Leaving Toronto for Calgary? Watch this before you sell your property and embark on that journey. The average detached home in Toronto is sitting about 1.3 million right now. In Calgary, that same detached home, 4 bedrooms, double garage, finished basement, is at 649,000. That is not a typo. If you are currently sitting in the GT or anywhere in the lower mainland, staring at your mortgage statement every month and doing the math, this video is going to change the way you think about your next move. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 specific numbers that most relocation guides never talk about. And one of them almost completely wiped out the savings for a client I walked through this exact calculation with last quarter. Stay with me because if you leave early, you will miss the one that matters most. Right now, Calgary is getting 40,000 to 50,000 net new residents per year. Many of them are coming from exactly where you are sitting, Ontario and BC, chasing the same price relief you are thinking about. But here is what I keep seeing in my inbox week after week. People who did the surface math, made the move, and then discovered 3 costs they never modeled. And those 3 costs chewed up between $800 and $1,200 of their expected monthly savings. So today we are going to do this properly. We're going to run the actual numbers so that you do move. And when you do move, you move with your eyes open. The mortgage math is very important. So let's start from here. So let's start with the purchase price comparison because this is where most people's math begins and ends. And that is the first mistake. Toronto 1.3 million purchase at today's rate, let's call it 4.9 on a 25-year amortization. Your monthly mortgage payment is roughly 7,500. Calgary purchase price of 649,000, same rate, same amortization. Your monthly payment drops to approximately 3,760. So on paper, you just freed up 3,740 a month. That is 44,000 a year back in your pocket. And here is where cost number 1 hits. Alberta utilities. Calgary winters are no joke, and unlike Ontario, there is no regulated gas pricing backstop in Alberta the same way. Heating a detached Calgary home through November to March can run $250 to $400 a month, more than an equivalent Ontario home, depending on the build year and your quadrant. Rough annual delta, let's say $2,400 to $4,800. Gone. That is $200 to $400 of your monthly saving evaporated before you have even turned the lights on. Cost number 2, property tax, and this one has a 2026 twist most guys are not mentioning yet. Calgary's residential property tax rate sits around 0.67% on a 649,000 home. That's roughly $4,300 per year, about $360 a month. In Toronto, on a 1.3 million property, you are paying well above 8,000. So again, Calgary wins. But here is the catch. The city of Calgary is in the middle of an assessment update cycle. Hot quadrants in the north, southwest, and some inner city communities have seen assessed values climb 15 to 20% in the last 2 years. If your purchase price is above the assessed value, you could see a tax adjustment in your first renewal cycle. That adds $80 to $150 per month. It will not kill the deal, but model it in. Now, quick note before we get to the third number, and this is the one that surprises people the most. My name is Conrad Aglah. I'm a licensed mortgage agent and a realtor here in Calgary. So it matters because I'm not just showing you properties. I can model the full financing picture in the same conversation, and that's exactly what we do or we are doing today. So I have been an immigrant to this country, built my life here. So when a client calls me from Mississauga or Burnaby asking whether this makes sense, I take that seriously, and I have lived that question myself. All right, so that's just a little about me. Now, the third number is the one I see hit BC buyers the hardest because they are coming from a condo culture where fees are expected and already baked in. Calgary's condo market right now has significant oversupply, particularly in the apartment segment. Developers built aggressively in 2022 and 2023, and those units are now sitting. Sellers are motivated. So a BC buyer sees a Calgary condo for $380 and thinks think they have found a steal. The mortgage payment is $2,100 a month. Amazing. Then they see the condo fee $650. Special assessment risk, active in several buildings. Reserve fund underfunded in roughly 1 in 4 Calgary condo corporations based on recent audits. That $2,100 mortgage just became $2,750 monthly carry before any assessment hits. This is not me saying do not buy a condo. This is me saying run the full condo document review before you remove conditions. That review is something I walk clients through directly because it requires both the real estate side and the financing side to line up correctly. The banks, when they are not satisfied with the condo document, especially reserve fund, they will not take you further. So let us go back to our Toronto to Calgary comparison and run the corrected number. Paper saving $37.40 per month minus utilities, call it $300, minus tax assessment buffer $100. If you are buying detached and not a condo, you keep most of that saving. The real monthly delta for a well-selected detached Calgary home bought in the right quadrant lands at approximately $3,300 to $3,400. That is still life-changing money. If you are buying a condo, especially in a downtown adjacent building with an older reserve fund, model the carrying costs carefully. The savings are real, but thinner than they look on the MLS listing. If this math is relevant to your situation, if you are currently in Ontario or BC and you are running these numbers in your head right now, and here's what I want you to do. Call or text me directly. My number in the description, and we'll run your specific scenario together. What you are paying now, what you could be paying here, what quadrant matches your budget and your lifestyle. What financing structure sets you up from day 1 instead of month 18. Everything is in the link in the description. So just get the details there, connect there, because we make dreams come true and we make nightmares disappear. You don't want to be coming from Toronto or Vancouver, buying a condo here, and then later on realizing that no, you have made so much errors. Get the perfect guidance. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day. Bye.